The special election to fill the vacant District 4 seat in the San Diego County Board of Supervisors is now just 6 days away.
4 candidates are running for the position vacated by Nathan Fletcher. The winner will serve out the remainder of his term, which ends in 2027. And one of those candidates is Paul McQuigg. He is joining us live now here on the set. So first of all, Paul, thank you so much for giving us your time this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you're a relative newcomer to the political scene. I know you've served in the Marine Corps. Give us an idea of your background and what made you want to jump into this arena.
My first time serving in politics was 2014, the city of Oceanside. I was police and fire commissioner for about 4.5 years. And then my son was accepted to a school here in San Diego, high school. And single father, I wanted to put his education first. So we moved to San Diego. And from there, since I no longer lived in Oceanside, I resigned my position as a police and fire commissioner. My focus up until a couple of years ago was getting him through high school and getting him off to college, which I successfully did. And 2021 was his freshman year. And since living in San Diego County since 2001, things aren't what they were when I first decided to stay here. I chose to retire here in San Diego after the Marine Corps, and in the last 5 years or so, I've just seen a steady decline of the neighborhoods, the city, and the county as a whole.
Tell us a little bit about your time in the Marines, because obviously we're a huge Marine community, a military community here in San Diego, and how you think that might help you. Tell us what your experience was like serving the country and what you went through, and how you think that will inform what you do if you are chosen to be on the County Board of Supervisors.
I really loved my time in the Marine Corps. I would do it all over again. I worked with a huge ethnic, diverse people. The Marine Corps is a small microcosm, or the military itself is a small microcosm of society. So we work with people from all walks of life. Through my multiple deployments, a couple of them combat deployments. I've deployed to the Middle East, former Soviet nations, Kosovo, multiple months in the Republic of Georgia, which is a former Soviet country, humanitarian relief efforts in the country of Turkey for earthquake relief. And the military is there to serve the people, serve the interests of the United States people, but I mean, we're all brothers and sisters. We all have families at home, and we put our families first. The man and woman to the left and right of you in the military, that is your family. When you're 3,000 miles away from home, you rely on those people that you're with to help you get home as well. Unfortunately, I was wounded in combat in Iraq in 2006, and I went through an extensive recovery. But the guys that I was with over there, we're all still friends to this day. We talk a lot. We make lifelong bonds. Working with other countries, people that don't speak your language, they weren't raised the same way you were, they come from different walks of life, it really gives you a great perspective on what people are dealing with in the world, a lot of suffering, you gain a lot of empathy for the less fortunate. We have a plethora of less fortunate people here in the county, the homeless, the elderly, at-risk youth, victims of crime, and me working with all those types of people overseas and in the military, I think it positions me ahead of my candidates to really get down and talk to people and meet them where they are, and help bring them up to where we want them to be.
And on that note of working together, officially the County Board of Supervisors is supposed to be bipartisan, but it's been in Democrat control in recent years, and you're a Republican. So how do you think your policies and your style of leadership would impact, because this will determine the control technically of the board?
So I was actually raised a Democrat. The first election I voted in, I voted for Bill Clinton. And then over time, as I did my own research, looked at things, I saw these things. However, I don't feel that when it comes to politics, I don't vote for the individual, I vote for the policies. And I feel that the policies that are going to assist the people the most are the policies that we support, regardless of what your political background is. So it can be, if the person that brings the best idea to the table That's what we should run with, right? You need some diversity at every level. So you have sharing of ideas, sharing of dissension. Some people aren't going to agree, but some of the things that they say that won't agree with what the majority says can change some minds. So you need a diverse board and one that is willing to look beyond partisan lines, purple county, so to speak, rather than just having all one-sided red or blue. I'm not going to allow partisan politics or my own personal feelings when it comes to working with people to influence what I feel is best for the majority of people, and I'm there to serve. If I'm not serving the proper way, then the people need to get rid of me, just like anyone else.
And Paul, what are some of the policies you have in mind when it comes to some of the issues you think are the biggest issues for San Diego County? Are there one or two ideas that you have, you say, this is what I'm going to do?
I do a couple of ideas, yes. So I think we need a 500-bed county hospital. Right now, we're strongly deficient in mental health facilities here. We have about 770 beds across the county. Sometimes the wait list to get in those beds is 2 years. A person going through a mental health crisis can't wait 2 years to get the help that they need. So a 500-bed facility dedicated to mental health and drug recovery. Also, I'd like to see a homeless stand-down model after the Veterans Village of San Diego. They just recently had their stand-down. Their model works. If it didn't work, they won't keep doing it for 3 decades, right? So why don't we take it to the county level and have the county can lead? County already has resources that they provide for the veterans stand-down, and so we already have the model. We just need to expand the model so that can service the entire county instead of just a small percentage. And so those are 2 of the things that I would like to see implemented at the county level, and there's already success that's been had with the veterans stand-down. The military has a history of dealing with refugees, and homeless people are refugees. They're refugees from something, either abuse, drugs, mental health, something like that. So you have to meet them where they are and not where you want them to be, because if you meet them where you want them to be, you're going to fail because they're not going to meet those expectations.
All right. Well, it's been very nice to meet you where you are. We appreciate you coming in today, and good luck with the election, and we thank you for your service.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks, Paul.
Paul McQuigg.
Appreciate that. I want to let you know we're talking to all the candidates this week. We're going to hear from candidate Monica Montgomery Stepp tomorrow right here on Fox 5, on the Fox 5 News at 4 o'clock. And you can find tonight's full interview as well as interviews with candidates Amy Reichert and Janessa Goldbeck from the last couple of days by visiting our website, fox5sandiego.com. Paul.